This is a Toyota Soarer, one of the most Aussie cars roaming the streets today. Surely not, I hear you say. This is a grey import Japanese product that wasn't even sold here new. Well, exactly. Though the reasons why it was never sold down at your local Toyota dealership are unclear, there are literally hundreds of thousands of this model on our roads today. Well, hundreds at least. The fact that many performance car-loving Aussies have been prepared to undertake the risks associated with going to the effort of importing a car with no driver history and very patchy service records, if you can read Japanese, suggests that, at most, we're not all sucked into the corporate marketing hype, and at least prepared to search foreign markets for a car that covers the requirements of Australian motoring culture. That, or because they're cheap, reliable, and quick. I've been told that the reason that the Toyota Soarer never came to Australia was due to various state transport authorities. The cost to Toyota Australia to redesign the bumpers so the number plates would fit properly would have been far too expensive for Toyota. The fact is that this is perfectly suited cars for Australian conditions. Those being that any half-decent car's rear-wheel drive has plenty of power, rides properly, and doesn't melt during summer. Anyway, that's enough auto-socialism for one review. So what's this Toyota Soarer all about then? For less than 15,000 AUDs, you can choose from a 4-litre V8 with 4 cams and 32 valves that produces 190 kilowatts, or the one you see here, being a 2.5-litre inline-6 featuring double overhead cams and 2 intercooled turbos with about 206 kilowatts, and a pretty hefty 363 Newton meters. So, to the stripped-out bare-knuckle turbo version then. Well, not quite, since most are 4-speed automatics. The Toyota Soarer is more of a GT than a sprint car, but that doesn't matter. The surge from the turbos as they spool up at about 3,000 revs makes it all better. However, this factory example is just as likely to fall off boost due to its restrictive airbox and environmentally friendly exhaust system. However, I feel there's plenty of power for around the suburbs, and it offers a good even spread of power on the open road. Anyhow, this standard car is a bit of a rarity, as the Soarers you've seen round your way are probably painted lime green, covered in crap plastic cladding, and have the power to match. I have it on good authority that those tuner types would draw at least 600 rear-wheel kilowatts from this very car with nothing but a Phillips head screwdriver and some sort of modelling clay. So that's all very well then, but you might ask, what's it like to live with every day? Well, considering the fact that this example is coming up for its 13th birthday, it all still feels remarkably modern. It's quiet, owing to the fact it's got more door seals and a high security present. The ride quality is excellent, won't knock all your feelings out, and it'll dispatch high-speed corners with no problem. Unfortunately, in this model, the turbos don't boost in sequence, they're simultaneous. So when accelerating, they're off, and then suddenly, they're on, which is great fun. The brakes are also very good. With ABS, they're quite bitey, but really get the job done. The only real drawback is in the steering. It's actually very light, clearly set up for the American market with their weak limbs. The interior is an extravaganza of hard grey plastics and really shows the car's age. However, in relation to its compatriots, the overall ambience is quite restrained, with few flying binnacles and outsized buttons and switches. The electrically adjustable velour seats, also in mandatory 1990s grey, are very comfortable, though not particularly supportive, reinforcing the car's GT intentions. The only notable downside to the interior is the oh-so-queasy digital dash design. Like an outtake from a rubbish sci-fi movie, this unnecessary layout displays driver information like a $5 Casio watch. But that's the least of your worries. In a car as cheap as this, offering this much performance, I have to give it a bang for your buck rating of 5 stars.